Back over to the 8 players at table 2 now. Jonathan Duhamel looks down at pocket jacks.
Duhamel craves action, and he says when you're bored, you raise a lot more. Well, here he's got a hand to raise with.
And he is going to raise it. $575,000. Now to Matt Affleck with pocket aces.
Hello, pocket aces. You go, Matt.
I think if he makes the final table, he might wear a Seattle Mariners tuxedo, Norman. And Matt on the button with a re-raise to $1,550,000. Small blind folds over to Dewey Lay and the big blind. And Dewey folds. So now back to Duhamel.
With tricky pocket jacks.
Raise.
And he says re-raise himself to just over $3.9 million.
Duhamel's interest is peaked. And Affleck could 5-bet it here, even go all in.
Matt Affleck with 2 aces against the pocket jacks of Duhamel. And Matt just with the call.
Well, Affleck is out-chipped by Duhamel, and he'd like to get as many of those chips as possible.
2 of the top 5 stacks see a flop of 10-9-7. Affleck still good with his aces. Duhamel picks up a gut shot. And he checks. Affleck.
Matt moves deliberately, but decisively.
With the aces. And Duhamel, a very interested observer. That's $5 million from Matt.
Affleck hoping Duhamel has a big pocket pair because he'll get at least 5 million more chips here.
And that's Buddies looking a little nervous on the sidelines.
Duhamel's gonna call. And you know, if those chips fall over, someone's got to yell Jenga.
Well, he does make the call. Over $18 million in the middle.
Big pot now, and we could have a big change in the pecking order.
Turn card is a queen of diamonds. Duhamel now with an up and down straight draw. Matt's ace is still good, though.
Yeah, that card line gives Duhamel more outs if he thinks he's up against a big pair or a set.
Duhamel checks again.
Affleck in his familiar pose.
Mowing.
He says all in for $11.6 million. So now back to Duhamel with the jacks and the up and down straight draw.
A huge decision for Duhamel. He's not getting the right price to call, and he'd be left with just over 8 million chips if he loses. He's got to believe Matt wouldn't push here with anything less than aces, kings, or a set, no?
Duhamel thinking very seriously about this.
Call.
And makes the call.
10s and 9s.
Your kings, right?
I'm shocked by the call line. Look at the pot. Affleck on the brink of becoming the huge chip leader. Duhamel, if he gets lucky, would be an overwhelming chip leader.
So Affleck way ahead, 1 card away from putting a huge hurt on Duhamel. Everyone on pins and needles here at the Rio. This will be the biggest river card of the tournament.
Yeah, a defining moment here late at this main event, Lon. Jonathan Duhamel just wants to disappear inside that hood if he could. Matt Affleck is going to have 41 million chips or no chips. He needs to dodge a king, jack, or 8.
The river card. Oh, is an 8! A crushing blow to Matt Affleck. Duhamel hit his card and eliminates young Matt Affleck.
He's got to be heartbroken.
Affleck thunderstruck.
Last year, the blow-up, and he finished 80th. This year, the bad beat, and he finishes 15th.
Affleck so close to the prize. He had overcome some earlier setbacks only to fight back and become a major factor again, but now he's gone.
In back-to-back years, he comes so far, gets so close, and leaves so crushed.
He was 1 card from all but locking up a seat at the final table, but now Matt Affleck's main event dream is shattered. All his chips go to Duhamel, who now has over 50 million.
It's as if he's in shock. It's as if he can't leave.
Matt Affleck will try once again to deal with the realization of a dream gone amiss, and gets a well-deserved round of applause from the crowd here in the Rio Poker Room as he finally makes his way to the exit. One man's bounty is another man's demise.
A delayed, understandable outburst from Matt.
Matt Affleck knocked out in stunning fashion yet again.
Again.
Meanwhile, Jonathan Duhamel has to be over the moon right now. He's got more than 50 million chips with just 5 eliminations to go to get us to the final table. And Matt has come back in the room to say his goodbyes.
Now, what a gesture here from Matt Affleck. In the wake of that brutal bust out, he felt he did not leave the stage in the proper manner, so he comes back and does the right thing.
Matt fought back from a near crippling blow earlier in the main event to once again be a player, but like more than 7,300 before him, he'll have to patiently wait for another opportunity.
Hey, you're good. Good luck. Again. Bad job, man.
A lot of maturity from the 23-year-old. Matt, you played your heart out and you done us proud.
Mabuchi made a bet after the river onto that scary board. Phillips now fires back with a raise.
Has Justin Phillips bet the shirt off his back?
Action on Mabuchi. He's all in.
All in call, table
Phillips
one.
turns over a royal flush.
Royal flush.
Mabuchi, quad aces.
You gotta be kidding me. Quad aces, your last hand of the main event.
What a way to hit the rail.
There's nothing more ultimate than that. No.
That is a statistical improbability, my friends.
What a horrible river card for you.
If you flop a set of aces, river quads, and lose, that's a bad beat.
And Mabuchi does stumble out of the main event.
Take a picture of that one, dude. Oh, that's good. That is
Don't take it. What was there? A raise, a re-raise, and then you came in. Yeah, I think this is. He's gonna have to because of the value, but I think you're right. I think he's gonna have a drawing.
He calls.
A big drawing hand. He's not gonna have tens, jacks.
I swear I fold jacks.
Huge hands.
I fold pocket pairs.
Queens.
Come on, king. King.
So queens for.
Hey!
Wow.
Ole!
Mateos, queens or ace king, told ya.
Yeah, I think good shout.
Amazing spot for Pastor to almost triple up here. He's got Frank covered by 90,000 chips.
You know, it's tough.
And good of them to be in sequence. I had that once in a cash game. Jacks, queens, kings, and aces all in sequence around the table.
King, please. No.
Don't forget, we don't encourage prayer at the table. It ruins the juju.
King, please. The queen would mean a double elimination.
Yeah, we could find ourselves down to 10, but...
Oh, and there it comes on the turn.
If only we had Joe's noises, we could just fire all of them off at once. Imagine the honking of 1,000 ducks while an explosion and something else happens. Boys and girls, we're going to lose 2 players here.
Wow.
Pastor and Frank are out of there. Of course, the payouts will be decided upon who had the most chips as they went into that hand, because there will be a difference between 12th and 11th spot. 66,500 for 12th, 78,400 for 11th.
Yeah, Frank will get 12.
So 10 players at this featured table still, including Jennifer Harmon, who was absent from last year's main event. She was undergoing a kidney transplant, successful, we're happy to say. She's got pocket queens and raises to 200. Corey Zeidman from Coral Gables, Florida, made a stud final table last year. 9-8 of diamonds.
Call.
Action on Brady Davis in his first World Series of Poker. He's 34 years old, from Illinois.
You cannot get up from a table here, Lon, without tripping over an internet guy in a Red Sox cap.
3 to our flop now. The flop, 10 Jack Queen. Harmon with a set, but Zeidman flops a queen high straight.
Boy, that is the prelude to some fireworks usually.
Davis checks over to Harmon, who's got a set of queens, and she bets 500 chips on Zeidman.
2,000.
He raises it up to 2,000 with that straight.
When you're holding the 2 smallest cards of a straight, you want to raise everybody else out because you don't want somebody else to get lucky and get a higher straight on you.
Well, he forced Brady Davis out. Now action on Jen Harmon. It's 1,500 more to Jen. That is a lot at this stage of the tournament.
She plays it safe and just calls.
Zeidman with the lead with his straight as we go to the turn. The turn is a 10 of diamonds. Harmon makes a full house.
And boy, Lon, that's virtually the worst card in the deck that could come out for Zeidman. because it gives Jennifer Harmon, who checks, an almost unbeatable hand and makes Corey think his hand is even better now because of the straight flush draw on top of his made straight.
1,000.
Zeidman bets 1,000.
And it's just bad luck for Corey Zeidman. He flops the straight, and then the next card gives him a straight flush draw, but if he makes the flush, he can't win. He can only win with the straight flush, and there's only one card left in the deck that could do that for him. Jen in the driver's seat.
It's 1,000 chip bet to Jen Harmon, and she's reaching.
3,000.
She raises it to 3,000.
3,000.
And it is head shaking time now for Corey Zeidman. He doesn't know it, but only one card in the deck, the 7 of diamonds, would save him.
How can I get off of this hand?
Every decision in the main event magnified. Both have monster hands. You lose this hand, your day just might be over.
I think he might have ace-king, actually. I was hoping it wasn't that. Now I'm hoping something else.
Yeah, if she had ace-king, she'd have the higher straight.
Wow.
And his flush, if he made it, then would beat her.
Jeez. How can I possibly muck this hand?
He can only muck it if he believes that she has the full house already.
I call.
He makes the call. We're going to the river. Jen Harmon with a huge advantage. And now the river card. Oh, the perfect card for Zeidman. The 7 of diamonds gives him the straight flush.
And he even checks it again, which an amateur would do to make sure he's got it. Wow.
Action on Jen Harmon, who has the full house. She makes it 3,000 to put Zeidman all in.
Why is Corey acting as if he's agonized?
I guess I could do a lot of sightseeing if I lose this hand.
You can't lose the hand.
All in.
It's over. Zeidman takes the pot.
Straight flush.
I knew you had that hand. Oh, mamma mia.
It was hard to get off. I'm like, gosh, I flopped the straight. I'm like, ace-king is the only hand that's going to beat me now.
Don't put a 7 of diamonds up there.
Wow,
Nice hand.
thank you. Come on, a little for that. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Jennifer's been told she looks like she's in pain when she plays. She's got good reason right now.
Takes a lot to beat you in a hand. Straight flush home.
Jennifer not getting it.